Just 1 hour spent every morning tending to your own garden can vastly improve your well-being and your quality of life. Good morning, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, personal development, and so much more. Today, I'm going to be sharing my morning routine or my ideal morning routine. So this is not like a vlog where I share a typical day in the life kind of thing. It's more of this is my ideal morning routine that sets me up for the best day possible. Take from it what you'd like to take. Throw away whatever doesn't resonate. I know this is a tried and true morning routine. I know it's going to improve your life. It did for me and for many others. And I wanted to share it with you today. I've experimented with intentional morning routines for over 10 years now, always adding something or taking something away based on what feels good and what doesn't, what sets me up for a successful day, and what I find is not needed. I'm also always trying to learn from the most optimized people who teach how to live their lives in the best way possible. I know now after all this experimentation that in order for me to have a really good productive day, my morning routine, I have to have a morning routine. When I give myself the opportunity to take care of my mind, my body, and my soul for just 1 or 2 hours in the morning, the rest of my day, my energy is focused. I have this relaxed alertness, and I feel more capable of taking on whatever is thrown my way. And don't get me wrong, there are many mornings where I don't feel like getting up early to do a 1 or 2 hour morning routine. There are many mornings every month where I choose an extra hour or hour or two of sleep. There's some times where I go to sleep too late and I don't want to wake up early in the morning. But this is my ideal routine, and I have found that my days are usually just feel the best when I do start it with this intentional way. Having an intentional morning routine also lets me practice mindfulness right when I wake up. And this brings presence to the rest of my day. It's way too common right now to wake up and the first thing that we do is grab our phone and start scrolling through social media, answering texts, answering emails, and this right away puts us in the reactive state of mind. It messes with our circadian rhythm and it starts the overconsumption and overstimulation of the rest of the day far too early. I like a slow morning. I like to wake up leisurely, stretch, and just have a little bit of time for myself. And because of that, I have to wake up a little bit earlier. I'm not a 5 a.m. morning routine girl right now at this point in my life. Check back in with me in 6 months from now, but 6 a.m. is a pretty good spot for me, 6:15, 6:30. I've also found that I like to do my manifestation rituals, my visualization early in the morning. It seems to supercharge them. I don't know why, I don't know how. Well, I kind of do know how, and I kind of explain why in other videos, but the hypnagogic theta alpha brainwave states. But I do believe that making my visualization in my morning routine supercharges my manifestations. Honestly, mind-blowing what an hour or two spent in the morning, whatever time is good for you, how it changes your life. And I know that that sounds dramatic, but it's true because little by little, our life improves when we add these habits into our daily life. So today I'm gonna show you my Mindful Morning Miracle Routine, MMM. It's loosely based on Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. It just incorporates some of the things that I have found that these are the necessities. I have to do these, and this will just set me up for such a good day. Morning routines, of course, start at night. It's much more difficult to wake up an hour or two early and to make good choices when you've gone to bed late or you haven't gotten good sleep. So I've begun in the past 5 years or so to really prioritize my sleep. Around 8:30 or 9 at night, me and my love set the house up for the night. We turn off all lights and we basically live by candlelight. When we're at our prime, then there's no TV and there's no phone after 8:30 and 9. We read for an hour. I take my nightly supplement routine, make some chamomile tea. I take magnesium that helps you sleep. And then I basically just read fiction until I get tired, and then we go to bed and sleep. Between 6 to 6:30, I do my hygiene routine, and then it's time for my herbs my supplements, and my new favorite morning drink, which I'm gonna show you soon. I like to eat a banana pretty soon after waking up. This is really good for women, especially women who have an issue with hormonal balance, and I like to keep my blood sugar steady, so I eat a banana and then I take all my supplements so that I don't have a queasy stomach. I'm gonna share my full supplement routine for women's health on my vlog channel. I'll link that down below for you. I also don't like to drink any coffee or matcha right as I wake up. Per Dr. Huberman's recommendations, I like to wait at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. Sometimes I won't have any coffee or matcha for 5 hours after waking up, and then I realize, I'm like, oh, I get to have my daily caffeine intake. But I do like to have a hot morning beverage, and I love a morning ritual. You must have seen that in my vlogs before. I've tried nearly everything to replace coffee. Some things were really good, but nothing really quite stuck until now. So a quick shout out to today's sponsor for our mindfulness morning routine video, Mudwater Coffee Alternative. So quick shout out to the sponsor of our mindfulness morning routine, Mudwater Coffee Alternative. They make a coffee alternative called Rise Cacao. I look forward to my morning cup of mud water every day. And mud water has just a bit of caffeine from the cacao. To me, cacao caffeine feels different. It's uplifting and almost euphoric, and it's really heart-opening. Mud water is a blend of cacao, mushrooms, herbs, and spices, 100% organic ingredients that deliver energy, focus, and immune support. And there's no crash, no jitters, no sleep disruptions, and if you're like me, there's also no anxiety that comes from drinking coffee. If you're going to be drinking something on a daily basis, you want it to be really clean. Mudwater is organic. It's non-GMO, it's vegan, and it's gluten-free. I've been trying coffee alternatives for years on this channel. Some I liked the taste of, some were really not good, but none of them really stuck because they didn't take the place of coffee like Mudwater does. Mudwater tastes like this incredible mixture of masala chai and cacao. I make it the way that I used to make my coffee. I froth up my almond milk, I mix up my mud just like I would the coffee with hot water, and then I add a few drops of monk fruit to taste. So if you want to make Mudwater a part of your morning ritual, because they're sponsoring today's video, you can now get $20 off their morning ritual starter kit, which comes with a free frother. I don't know if I said that right, the mixy thingy. You can go to mudwater.com/Leeor or use my link in the description below. And when you use my link, you'll get the free mixy thingy, $20 off, and you help out my channel. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you to Mudwater for sponsoring today's video. So I take my mud water over to my yoga mat and I begin my miracle morning, which, like I said, is based loosely off Hal Elrod's book, Miracle Morning, and I've made it more suitable for me. So that's what I'm sharing with you today. My hygiene, my supplements, and my nutrition routine will be on my vlog channel very soon. So my morning routine is broken down into 10 minutes or 15 minutes of mindfulness and meditation. So this is just time spent in silence. So I'll just sit with my drink and with my breath, and I'll start to slow the breath down and kind of focus and follow my breath until I get into this very relaxed state. This morning silence is when my brain gets to process and organize anything that's on my mind, and I also always receive guidance and inspiration in this time of silence. This is when my deep self really communicates with me. I then move on to 10 minutes of journaling. So what I do is usually stream of consciousness journaling, which is basically whatever's on my mind, whatever came up for me in my 10 minutes of silence, I write that all down. I just kind of purge everything that's inside of me onto those pieces of paper. And then once I'm done with the stream of consciousness journaling, then I start to kind of journal about positive things that I'm doing and things that I want to happen. So what I'm doing is I'm talking about all the good things in my life, how I'm excited about this thing, I can't wait to do that, I'm inspired to do this, I'm grateful for all this. And I just kind of have this really positive journal entry that also serves as a manifesting technique. If I ever need to just vent about something, maybe throughout the day, I always use a different journal for this. My venting journal and my stream of consciousness and manifesting journal are two different journals. I also have a dream journal which is by my bedside. I just grab that first thing in the morning. Next, I like to do movement. So what I do is some slow morning stretches, yoga stretches, and I also do Qigong, which I usually just find a video on YouTube. I'll search 10 minutes of yoga morning flow, or I'll search, short morning Qigong session, and I'll follow that. But I'll mute that video and just kind of follow along, and I'll play an affirmations track on the back. So I'll repeat the affirmations and I'll do my movements. And this is really, really nourishing to me because I get to be moving, but I'm also downloading these really positive affirmations into my consciousness at the same time. This is one of my favorite parts of my morning routines. After the movement section, I do my visualization with music, or sometimes I'll do a guided visualization meditation. This is actually my favorite part of the morning routine. So I'll sit there and I'll breathe and I'll visualize first how I want my day to go, and then how I want my life to go, what I want to see unfold in front of me. As I think and feel, I choose really good feeling imagery, emotions, and experiences. This is one of the ways that I manifested my fiance, and more recently our new home. When there's something really pressing that I'd like to manifest, I usually spend about 30 minutes doing this. But on a daily basis, 10 minutes or 15 minutes is more than enough. Next, I'll do about 10 minutes of morning reading, or I'll read one section of the book I'm in. In the morning, I read nonfiction, personal development, and spirituality books. And at night, I read fiction and let my imagination soar right before bed. So in the morning, I like to read a full section of a book so that I can get the most out of it and fully process it throughout my day. Books like The Power of Now are really good for this because they tell you when to stop reading and just process and integrate the information. I really recommend that. In fact, I'm rereading it right now. Once I'm done with those self-care practices, it's been about an hour, and then I go to organize my day. I spend some time organizing my meetings, my to-do list, my goals. I set an intention for the day. I also think of what I want to eat that day and what to prepare. And I will also schedule something good for myself, like an afternoon walk or a yoga flow, or visiting with a friend, or meeting a friend for coffee, or, just going somewhere out in nature with Jupiter. I like to schedule that for myself too, to prioritize the self-care. So 80% of the time it's like this, and 20% of the time, it's staying up, watching a K-drama. And that's okay, that's balance. So my loves, that's my morning routine. I would say that about 80% of the time it's like this. 20% of the time it's sleeping in and staying up too late and watching my K-dramas on Netflix. And that's okay too, because we're human and balance is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my morning routine. I'm interested what your morning routine is like. Maybe there's something I can incorporate from it. So let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything that I shared that you do already or that you're going to start doing. I'd love to know about that. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And I highly recommend checking out Mud Water. It's actually delicious. You're going to look forward to this, and it's going to make you feel so good in your morning routine. So you can support the channel and them by clicking the link below and getting your offer. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me this morning. Have a beautiful day. Until next time, keep your vibrations way up. Bye.